It's time for local stories from across the East. Local food. Local fashion. Local businesses. This is your home for local. This is the East's Daily Download on Eastern North Carolina CW.
Oh, hello. Welcome to the East Daily Download. My name is Mark. I'll be your tour guide on this adventure across the East. Today, we are in Studio E. This is our last week of shows for the season, and we are going to be tearing all of this down for season 2. So I'm doing a little inventory of what we've got, packing stuff up so that when you come back for all new shows in season 2, it has a new look. Okay, so yeah, got my box here to start packing stuff up. We'll do that in a little bit. I'm taking, like I said, inventory of everything here on the set to make sure everything checks off the list. Already got the TV turned off. Gonna have to take all of this down because, like I said, when we come back, we're gonna have a different look to the set in Studio E, which is very exciting. And you know what else is exciting? Today's show. See how I did that? Why don't we do this? Let's check in with our old friend, WNCT 9 on your side anchor, Ken Watling, and see what he's doing in this week's People and Places. Let's take a look. We'll be back in a little bit.
Now downloading People and Places.
It's one of the most recognizable brands in the world, and it all started here.
New Bern is the birthplace of Pepsi Cola.
Specifically inside this building.
It all originated from here.
In what was a pharmacy in the late 19th century at the corner of Pollock and Middle Streets.
It is the actual location that we're standing in right now where KAYE Bradham in 1898 invented Pepsi Cola.
And today that history is preserved inside the birthplace of Pepsi Cola.
Well, you just take a step back in time, get a Pepsi float. We have lots of gifts. We have pictures on the wall. It's not a museum, it's an experience.
An experience that brings fans of the global brand here to New Bern from all over the globe.
The number of people that you meet from around the world, you name a country, and I'm pretty sure they will have been here. A little bit of ice here.
And those visitors can come in, relax, grab a fountain Pepsi.
And do the Pepsi.
And a bag of fresh popcorn without breaking the bank.
It's the best deal you'll find on the block. Yes, the prices are excellent.
So after some refreshments and maybe a few other purchases, you can learn much more about the man who made all this possible, Pepsi creator KAYE Bradham.
He was a simple businessman, a pharmacist, who was trying to help his customers, creating a drink that he felt was a digestive aid and very soothing to his customers. They liked it. It became bigger than him. And, you think about it, 1898 he developed it. By 1910, he had 250 franchises in 24 states.
Now PepsiCo ranks 45th on the 2018 Forbes 500 list. Still, the company doesn't forget its roots.
Well, I really believe that PepsiCo understands that you can't move forward if you don't know where you came from. And they have embraced our beautiful city, our historic city, and I'm very thankful for the relationships we've built.
And Sabrina and the folks here at the birthplace of Pepsi are building relationships with the thousands of visitors who stop in every year, helping to keep alive the story of how this iconic brand was created.
It is the most incredible opportunity. Let me tell you, every day I'm so thankful for the opportunity to tell the story of KAYE Bradham and what a small town businessman created that is now a worldwide billion-dollar brand.
A brand that's forever the pride of Eastern North Carolina.
Beaches can get messy after the 4th of July celebrations. That's why people here in Emerald Isle are getting together to pick up trash after Saturday's celebrations. For nearly 3 hours, an organization called Peace and Love teamed up with volunteers to pick up trash. People took to the sand in search for plastic and other materials, armed with donated gloves and trash bags. As the volunteers worked to clear the beach, others joined in. Tyler Malcolm recently founded Peace and Love with the goal of inspiring others to keep our earth clean.
I like picking up trash on a daily basis, so I figured try and get some volunteers out here and get everybody to do the same thing I love to do.
Malcolm says cleaning up after the 4th of July is especially important as he found leftover fireworks across the beach early in the morning. The group says they plan on holding more beach cleanups in the future. To learn more about these details, you can go to WNCT.com. In Emerald Isle, I'm Madeline Ashley, 9 on your side.
Watch your local WNCT 9 on your side news on our live stream on WNCT.com or on our mobile app.
Hey, we're back here on the East Daily Download. Hope your day's off to a great start so far. Happy Monday. Hope you're having a great lunchtime. I am here on the set in Studio E, getting stuff down, boxing it up, because we're not moving exactly, but we are reconfiguring all this for season 2. So all this has to come down, because when you come back in season 2, we're going to have a whole kind of new shiny look. This has been great, though. We've had a great time using this set throughout the season. It was never really designed for what it's been used for, but we found that it worked. So go with what works. Like I said, got over the TV shutdown, boxing up. Lots of books here. A lot of these were our old friend Lauren, and she'll be back in season 2. She had a baby a little while ago. She's been on maternity leave for a while, so that's exciting to have her coming back as well. The whole team will be back. We still might be social distancing a little bit, but we're going to do our best to bring you the best show. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be able to get back out of the building a little bit more, go on location. We really enjoy doing the on-location shows. We had a great time, whether it was going to a skating rink, ice or roller, mini golf, what else do we do? Painted peacock. We met a lot of great people, had a lot of great times and great experiences, and we hope to continue those even more in season 2 across Eastern North Carolina, from Jacksonville and New Bern and Washington. We've already been to Kinston a few times, but going back to Kinston as well, and a lot of other places in between all those cities. So stay tuned for that. Tell you what, why don't we check out this next story, and I'll meet you back here in a little bit on the East Daily Download, okay?
The Emerald Isle Sea Turtle Patrol is urging people this season to be cautious about where they go and what they bring to the beach. The group's mission is to protect sea turtles and give them a safe place to nest. COVID-19 is keeping many locals from going too far from home. That's making the beach even more crowded than usual. This creates safety hazards for sea turtles as they come onto the beach to lay their eggs. Dale Baker, program director of Emerald Isle Sea Turtle Patrol, wants to warn people against creating deadly traps for turtles, including holes, flags, beach tents, and now, most importantly, dune barriers.
This may not look too impeding to a human, but imagine yourself as a 350-pound sea turtle who can only go one way. They see better in the ocean than on land. They can get up here and get trapped and confused and even die of the heat before we get to them.
Baker says last year had the second highest number of sea turtle nests, 43. This year they already have 10 nests along Emerald Isle. She says it's an amazing start to the season. You can learn more about sea turtles. Just head over to WNCT.com and our online originals page. In Emerald Isle, I'm Emily Severidge, 9 on your side.
This year's summer hunger came early for many families here in the East. The Food Bank of Central and Eastern North Carolina is asking for your help to stop summer hunger. With school cafeterias closed, these kids have lost access to 2 meals a day. That's why 9 on Your Side's Caring for Carolina is asking for your help with this important mission to feed those families in need.
Visit WNCT.com to learn how to donate your time, food, and money to the Food Bank of Central and Eastern North Carolina in their fight to stop summer hunger.
This steam plant began operating more than 70 years ago. Now crews are removing a part of the history of this Marine Corps base. The decision came after the Marine Corps Energy Program turned to new sources of efficient energy. Utilities Director Andrew Smith says the plant lost a lot of heat as it pushed steam throughout the base.
For 74 years, the coal-fired steam plant provided the base's heat and hot water for different uses. A former worker says the steam plant was his second home.
The plant allowed me, to build the life that I have today, to get the position. So the building is like a second home. It's like family to me. I spent so much time there, met some really, really great people. So it's kind of heartbreaking.
The base now uses natural gas for its heat and hot water. At this time, there are no plans to redevelop the old plant site, and no word yet on when the demolition will be completed. Aboard Marine Corps Base Camp Lejeune, Camila Barco, 9 on your side.
I'm looking forward to when my grandma's assisted living facility opens up again and I can go and visit her in person instead of seeing, photos through a window. So I'm looking forward to things that probably were taken for granted before this.
Hey, we're back here on the East Daily Download as we continue to box up the set and take down great props that we use, like the alien mask. That's a classic show. That goes back to like September, October of 2019. Look that one up on WNCT.com under the Download tab, where you can watch this or any episode from our original one, August 19th. Now, here's a fun little piece of trivia. Our very, very, very first episode was actually Monday, July 23rd, which was a special sneak preview episode, so you could kind of get a layout of what this show was going to be like. And then we launched on August 19th. And they're all available online, WNCT.com, or the WNCT mobile app, available for free at Google Play and the App Store. You get that, you download it, you got local news, local weather, and local East Daily Download, and it's all free, so that's all good, good, good. Got stuff like the beach ball. I'm a Muppet fan. I don't know why exactly we've had Dr. Teeth from the Muppet Band sitting on the set, but we have a lot of sunglasses from different things that we've done. Ooh, our CW Station of the Year award. I'll carefully pack that one away. Little kazoo from when John and I went for his birthday to a New Look Bouncing Party. If you remember from our Thanksgiving show, Theodore, the turkey that broke while I was holding it and dropped it, it was a whole thing. Okay, speaking of a whole thing, let's get back into the show. I'll meet you back here in a little bit and we'll continue and wrap this up, okay? See you in a little bit.
Who are you? You can call me Andy. I lead a group of soldiers.
CHARLIZE THERON leads a group of immortal warriors in the Old Guard, based on the graphic novel.
Throughout history, we've protected this world, fighting in the shadows.
This was very different from what I've done before. I think the technique and the skill level was just on a whole. I mean, I've never played a character, obviously, who's lived more than 6,000 years and has been fighting as a martial arts fighter for that long. And obviously, the axe was a huge part of her fighting style. And I just had to spend as much time with that axe as that I could until we ended up shooting this film.
So we really never die.
Just because we keep living doesn't mean we stop burning.
The Old Guard marks Kiki Lane's first foray into action films.
It was crazy, but it's something that I've always wanted to do, and definitely challenged me in a very different way. But I mean, it was great though. These are real skills that I now have.
Love and basketball director Gina Prince Bythewood approached to the mythical subject matter from a place of realism.
Starts with the vision, and I knew I wanted it to feel grounded and real. And so then it was, how can I put a team around me that will embrace that vision?
So how old are you?
We met in the Crusades.
The Crusades?
We killed each other many times.
In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damagella.
If you're a parent who's providing an essential service and need childcare options, call our hotline today at 1-888-600-1685. We'll help you find the childcare you need. Brought to you by the Martin Pitt Partnership for Children.
Now downloading Medical Minute.
If the race for developing a successful coronavirus vaccine is moving at warp speed, then this factory floor will be a crucial finishing line. The Serum Institute of India is the world's largest manufacturer of vaccines and has been tapped by pharmaceutical giant AstraZeneca to produce over 1 billion doses of a vaccine being trialed by Oxford University.
We've dedicated all our manufacturing facilities at the moment for the AstraZeneca product.
If the Oxford vaccine trials are successful, there are serious concerns about how to distribute it. Glass vials are the safest way. They can withstand cold temperatures, are resistant to contamination, but they require highly specialized machinery to make. And if at least 7.7 billion glass vials are needed to treat every single person on the planet, there's nowhere near enough.
We are in a situation where lots of things have to come together. As you know, such coordination efforts at that scale also depend to a great degree on political coordination.
The Trump administration has been trying to secure supplies only for the U.S., but scientists at the WHO are warning that America First approach will only prolong this still very global pandemic, even with an effective vaccine. Imtiaz Taib, CBS News, London.
Someone with honor and strength must carry the torch.
Who are you?
I'm Stargirl.
Stargirl, Tuesday at 8 on Eastern North Carolina CW.
The beach is beckoning in Emerald Isle this 4th of July weekend.
And they are closer than they should be, but it's so many people. They can't help from being this close.
Kay Foster and her friends set up camp away from the crowds.
That way I can enjoy the beach and the view, but I'm not around the crowd.
We see an increased population due to day trippers.
Emerald Isle Fire Captain William Matthias is prepared to handle the influx of people.
Anytime during 4th of July, we try to address our incidents and what we're seeing.
2 lifeguards will be stationed at the eastern and western regional beach accesses. 6 will be roaming the beach strand.
And then tomorrow, that same protection will carry over on the lifeguard side on our beaches.
Other employees will be on standby at the station for any firework-related calls.
It's pretty routine for us during 4th of July.
Matthias and his team normally see dune grass fires during Independence Day weekend. Even legal fireworks can spark the dune grass.
People think they're fine being that they're on the sand. However, our prevailing winds out of the southwest blow those sparks and embers into our dune grass.
The town of Emerald Isle and visitors like Foster expect to see a lot of traffic.
It takes a long time to even get here with the traffic so bad.
And ask people be considerate and social distance.
Be safe, enjoy it, and get some sun and soak up the sand.
On a leafy street in Chicago,
ladies and gentlemen,
a voice breaks the silence of social isolation.
Boys and girls.
It's coming from the lockdown puppet theater on Matthew Owen's balcony.
Why do actors say break a leg? Because they're all in a cast.
His day job, now this is true, was crafting nature-inspired toys for zoo animals. But in the shutdown, he was laid off, and with an excess of creative energy, he dusted off an old hobby.
Most of these take about a day to make.
How do you do the face?
I sculpted in clay.
His wife, Carla, a librarian, is also out of work.
It's really something watching him come up with the next new puppet, wondering what the reaction's going to be.
He keeps his address secret to avoid crowds, but they still come.
I have people who I don't know at all stopping me on the street and thanking me for the puppet theater.
There's a yodeling toad and Shakespeare.
What is in that word? Honor. We get to occasionally distract people from just how heavy the world can be.
Has this taught us how much we need those distractions?
You don't have to ask too much of people to be thrilled.
Adriana Diaz, CBS News.
Now go out and be happy.
Chicago.
Bye-bye.
With the new phase, it's been an adjustment, but one thing that my boyfriend and I were focusing on was supporting local restaurants. What I've been seeing is a lot of these businesses are following protocol. They have been wearing protection as far as gloves. They've disinfected a lot of their carts, like when I'm going grocery shopping. And so it's kind of crazy that that's the new normal. I still have been wearing my mask when I go out grocery shopping or shopping in general. So that's probably been the major adjustment.
Here at Methodist Home for Children, our work is always essential and the need is always growing as we continue to take in children. Now more than ever, we need loving foster homes willing to provide safe, stable homes and donations to fight abuse and neglect in the Pitt County area. See how you can foster or help by visiting mhfc.org today. Change a life for the better with Methodist Home for Children, because every child deserves a chance.
Well, that's going to do it for this episode of the East Daily Download. Thank you, as always, for joining us. We know you have a lot of options for your viewing, and the fact that you chose us means the world to us. We strive every day to bring you the best possible show, and we've got a lot more great stuff coming in Season 2. I'm finishing up kind of the packing up here. I do have this Stumpy's Hatchet House, which was from the center board for the bullseye from when we did our show out there. Can't really put that in the box, it's a little too big. That's okay. I'll take that out. And I'm gonna keep tearing this down. And yeah, I think that's about it. I got the box to go. And we're just gonna rip all this stuff down as well, because when you come back for Season 2, it won't look this way. So, I'll tell you what, have a great day. We'll see you back here on the next edition of the East Daily Download tomorrow. Have a good one, everybody.
Tomorrow in the East Daily Download, we take the show outside to the Greenville Town Common. We'll have a Down Eats and an eye on entertainment. Join us tomorrow for the East Daily Download on Eastern North Carolina CW.